everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat. And I'm here today to share a quick project that I made. There was really no way I could do this, to do a tutorial on the whole thing, because it took me a long time to do it. But I'm going to start by sharing with you what I used. And I used this spring grass from CottageCutz along with the picket fence border, and I will link everything in the description box for you. I used the Stitch Sun Clouds and Umbrella, and I used the sun on this one. I used the Sweetheart Lovebirds, and I used the leaves off of this, and I used that bird right there, because the other one has like eyelashes and I just wanted the regular one. So I used that. I used the beaver from the Forest Peakers Beaver and Dog. I used the tree stump here from the Tree Stump and Log for Peakers. I used the Forest Critters, and I used the mouse and the hedgehog. I used the Hello Spring, and I just used the little flower right there. I used the hollow tree with Forest Friends, and I used the tree, the mushrooms, and the fox. And then the last thing is the groundhog, and I used the dirt and the groundhog. I didn't use the flower or the pot. And here's what I made. This is a 6x6 box, and I wanted to send something to a very sweet lady who has been very kind to me, and I wanted to send a gift, and I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to send it, and I didn't know, I don't know, I was just all kinds of confused. So I thought, well, I could make a card. And then I was like, no, I want to put it in a box. And then I was going to try to make an envelope, you know, a dimensional envelope. And I was like, no, that's just not going to work. So I resorted to making a plain old 6x6 inch box. It's got a 1-inch side here, and then a 1/2 inch border up here. And here's where I used all of my pieces. I just used... for the grass here, I used my punch, which I forgot to pull out, but it's just a punch. And so I could have the grass up here at the top, but I also, down here's where I used the grass dye. Here's the little flowers, the mouse. And with the way the hollow tree is set up, it's kind of supposed to go vertical, but when I did it this way, I tipped it over. I trimmed off this branch and stuff right here, and then trimmed off some of the roots, and that way I could have it laying on its side. And I took the fox and had him laying down instead of looking out over like it does, like he would in the picture here. See? And I just took him that way and turned him the opposite direction. And I put my fence in back here. I used some of the mushrooms from the hollow tree again. Here's my little beaver and my grasshopper, groundhog. Okie dokie. And for up here, this is where I use the leaves off of that one die that goes with the birds. I mean, I know they're not really the exact leaves for a tree, but I was just going to use them because I thought I had that die out and I could make it work. And in order to make my branch, because I didn't have a branch die big enough, let me show you what I did here. Let me see if I can find everything. I don't know that I can. Oh, I know I forgot something now. Here it is. I also used the festive owls here, and I used this branch right here. And what I did was I took the tree stump and I cut out like that much of it. That way I had that branch right there. Then I took this branch and I kind of slid it in where one of the cut lines were, and I made my tree branch. I mean, you know, if you have CottageCutz dies, there is always a way, and for lack of a better word, to cannibalize what you have to kind of make it work for what you need. And that's one of the things that I love about their dies. And I just put some little pearls in the center of the flowers. I use my black glaze pens, my white glaze pen, my clear glaze pens, and I use some Spectrum Noir shimmer up here on the bird. There you go. And then I use my Clear Star Jelly Roll pen here on the sun. And then if you open the box, I filled it with some different goodies that I wanted to share, that to thank the lady for what she had done for me. I thought it would be a neat way to share the dies that I love, and to give her a sampling of things that, you know, she could try and, you know, decide if she liked and maybe wanted to order on her own, or order the die on her own so she could have it for her own stash. And I just wanted to say thank you. So this is my project, and again, it's just a plain 6x6 box, and and then the lid comes off like that, and I've got a clear bag that it actually fits in. And what I'm going to do is ship it in the clear bag, and on the back here I'm going to write her address and then my address, and then it'll go through the mail in the plastic bag so that everybody can see it, and hopefully it'll make their day and kind of make them smile, because I'm sure it's not the typical piece of mail that they're used to seeing. And I like doing that. I really like using you know, clear envelopes when I can, because I think it just, you know, they're used to seeing brown boxes and white envelopes. And I just think that, you know, you work so hard on your projects, why not share them with everybody along the way till they get where they're going? And so when I can use a clear envelope, that's what I do. And so this is it. I mean, it took me a long time to cut out all of the pieces and to use my pan pastels on everything. And I do absolutely love how the little fox looks laying down here like he's inside the tree stump there, like he's got his little home in there. And the little mouse and oh, I just love it. And I love those mushrooms. I've fallen in love with them. I think I'm using them on everything I have. And but that's it. I'm just going to slip in a quick thank you card and get this mailed out to the lady, and hope that she knows that I really appreciate what she's done for me, and all the work she put into what I asked her to do. So I'm trying I don't mean to be so cryptic, but I don't want her to know who it's for, and it's supposed to be a surprise. So alright guys, I hope that you like this. If you have any questions about what I used or what I did, you know, please just leave them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them and make it sound correct or simple, then I'll do a video for you showing whatever it is that you need help with. So don't hesitate to ask. You know, that's how we all learn. And I know that I have watched a lot of videos to learn how to, you know, especially when I started using the pan pastels. The thing is with them, there are a lot of people, artists, who draw with them. I have not that amount of a talent. I do not have that ability. I do good to shade with them. So, you know, I've had to, you know, really hunt and search. There aren't a lot out there showing what, you know, I'm trying to do with them. And so in the future I will do a video, and I will show you the colors in particular that I recommend, because I have learned a lot that, you know, the lighter colors really do not work for what I need. And so I will definitely come back and share with you guys, you know, the colors that I've used and how I use them in a later video. But I hope you like it, guys. I'm so tickled with how it turned out, and anytime I can mix and match my CottageCutz dies and add critters, you know, here and there, I'm a happy camper. Alright, everybody, remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. I love you all. Bye.